This is one of the most powerful predators on the planet, a living dinosaur that has stalked the waterways for millions of years. Its bone-crushing bite is legendary, capable of snapping right through turtle shells and mammal bones. But its greatest weapon isn't its jaw. It's something way more incredible. A quiet and patient superpower forged through eons of survival. What if I told you that this massive reptile, this apex predator, can survive for over a year without a single meal? How is that even possible? Well, today we're uncovering the biological secrets that make the alligator the ultimate master of survival. When you picture an alligator, you imagine explosive power. You think of that lightning-fast lunge from the water's edge and the incredible strength they use to take down prey. They are the definition of opportunistic hunters, eating fish, birds, turtles, and pretty much any mammal that gets a little too curious. They haven't changed much in millions of years, mostly because their design is already near perfect for an ambush predator. And that's what makes their hidden talent so wild. It's a total paradox. How can a creature built for such intense, energetic attacks also be the world's leading expert in doing absolutely nothing? How can an animal that eats a quarter of its body weight in one go also be cool with not eating at all for incredibly long stretches? The answer isn't just one thing. It's a masterpiece of evolution. To figure it out, we need to look under the hood, or in this case, under the scales. The first and biggest secret to the alligator's fasting ability is its metabolism. Alligators are ectothermic, or cold-blooded. You've probably heard that term, but what it really means for a gator is incredible. Unlike us mammals, alligators don't burn energy to make their own body heat. A warm-blooded animal, like a person, is like a car with the engine always running, constantly burning fuel just to stay at a stable temperature. A huge chunk of every meal you eat is spent just keeping your body at 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit. An alligator, on the other hand, is like a solar-powered car. It gets its heat from the world around it. When it needs to warm up, it basks in the sun. Too hot? It just slides into the cool water. By not having to run that internal furnace, its baseline energy use is ridiculously low. It's estimated that a warm-blooded animal burns up to 80% of its food energy just staying warm. Alligators get to save almost all of that. This means their whole system is built for efficiency. Their metabolism is naturally slow, and when food is scarce, they can slow it down even more. Their heart rate can drop to just 2 or 3 beats per minute, which drastically cuts down on how much oxygen they need. They basically put their body in airplane mode, using the bare minimum energy required to keep the lights on. This biological idling is the foundation of their long-term survival. Even the most efficient engine needs fuel. If a gator is going months without eating, it has to get energy from somewhere. That's where its second most famous feature comes in: its tail. An alligator's huge muscular tail isn't just for swimming or defense. It's also a massive energy reservoir. When an alligator has a big meal, its body is amazing at turning extra calories into fat. That fat is then stored all over its body, with a huge amount packed into the tail. It's like a prepper's pantry, a built-in battery pack. During long fasts, the alligator's body slowly and methodically draws on these fat reserves, which can sustain it for a very, very long time. This is why bigger, older alligators are much better at fasting than smaller, younger ones. A hatchling has a faster metabolism for its size and almost no fat reserves, so it has to eat every few weeks just to survive and grow. But a big, Mature alligator that has spent years building up its fat stores has the resources to ride out long droughts or harsh winters when food is gone. A lot of people think alligators hibernate in the winter, but that's not quite right. They enter a similar state called brumation. While hibernation in mammals is a deep, continuous sleep, brumation in reptiles is more like a semi-conscious shutdown. As temperatures drop below 70 degrees Fahrenheit, a gator's drive to hunt and eat just fades away. When it gets colder still, below 55 degrees, they find a den and start to brumate. During this time, their body is in ultimate conservation mode. They don't eat, their metabolism crashes, and they barely move. But unlike a hibernating bear, a brumating alligator is still partly aware. If a warm day pops up in winter, it's not weird to see a gator emerge to sunbathe for a few hours before going back to its slumber. Maybe the most hardcore example of this is their snorkeling trick. In places where it gets cold enough to freeze the swamps, alligators have been seen sticking their snouts just above the surface as the ice forms around them. They enter brumation suspended in the freezing water, with their nostrils as a natural snorkel to the air above. It's a jaw-dropping display of survival, an animal perfectly adapted to wait out the worst conditions, all while burning almost zero energy. The alligator's body isn't just good at saving energy, it's also brilliantly designed to squeeze every last drop out of every single meal. One of its most remarkable tricks is in its cardiovascular system. Alligators have a unique blood vessel that allows them to shunt blood away from their lungs and send it straight to their stomach. When a gator is digesting, this special shunt floods the gut with blood that helps ramp up the production of highly concentrated stomach acid. An alligator's stomach becomes one of the most acidic places in the animal kingdom, letting it dissolve bone, hooves, and shells, stuff other predators can't handle. To help things along, they also swallow stones called gastroliths, which sit in the stomach and physically grind up food. It's a feast or famine system, perfectly tuned to make every feast last as long as possible. So how does all this incredible biology affect how an alligator actually acts? Well, it all comes down to patience. The classic image of an alligator is an animal lying perfectly still for hours, looking more like a log than a living thing. That isn't laziness. It's a calculated, energy-saving strategy. Their main hunting technique is the ambush. They wait, silently, for prey to come to them. No wasting precious calories on long chases. This wait-and-see approach is a direct reflection of their biology. Because their body is so good at saving energy, they can afford to be extraordinarily patient. Now, this doesn't mean gators prefer to go hungry. If food is around, they'll eat. Their ability to fast is a survival superpower, not a lifestyle choice. It's a tool they use when things get tough during winter, droughts, or any time of scarcity. This adaptation is what has made them so unbelievably resilient, allowing them to survive challenges that would wipe out less efficient animals. The alligator's story is a masterclass in survival, written right into its DNA. These adaptations aren't just cool facts. They are the tools that have allowed this ancient line of animals to endure. If you find these stories of incredible animal engineering as fascinating as we do, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. You won't want to miss our next dive into the secrets of the natural world. When you put it all together, the alligator is more than just a predator. It's a masterpiece of efficiency. It all starts with that incredibly slow, cold-blooded metabolism that barely sips energy. They use the sun for heat, and turn their tails into giant fat reserves to get them through the lean times. They don't truly hibernate but enter a conscious dormancy called brumation, where they can wait out the cold for months, even frozen in ice with just their nose poking out to breathe. On top of all that, their internal plumbing is a marvel, supercharging their stomach acid to dissolve almost anything they eat, making sure not a single calorie goes to waste. These adaptations, perfected over millions of years, paint the picture of the ultimate survivor. They're a testament to the power of patience and efficiency, and they're the reason this living relic is still with us today. Having mastered the art of survival by mastering the art of waiting.